Okay, so that's about it for Hector and Rosie. In a minute I'll put on a video of where they're at now. It's a ring heel, so it's for more extended periods of healing. It's just a practical heel. It's nice and tidy. It's not flashy dressage type IPO or competition obedience type healing. It's just a good solid heel where the dog stays in position and executes turns nicely. That was completed to that point in, I think it's like 14 or 15 short sessions with Rosie Bear and maybe a little bit more with Hector. So you know, this is like I said, an efficient and effective way of teaching healing. I know most people won't particularly appreciate that style of healing because, like I said in my Chaos Explained videos, people didn't like Sally's healing, they liked Indian Becca's. But however, following from this short bit of videos about healing, I'm going to do another set of videos about how I'm actually training healing now, which is different slightly to how I trained Hector and Rosie, and it gives you more of that sort of flashy healing type, although you're not going to see high head position because I'm still not going to train a head position and I'm not going to enforce a high head. Hello, Julie. So here's the videos of Rosie and Hector where they are now. I hope you like it, and I hope it shows you that you can create a good healing picture quite quickly this way. And here's the video.
Hector, okay. Good. Okay. Coucher. Blah, 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 blah. Rosie, au pied. Rosie, over. Rosie, over.
Okay, so that was Hector and Rosie. I think it looks quite good. It's definitely useful. Probably it would be alright in a ring trial. However, if you're not convinced that it's real or anything, like I'm going to put a video of Sally up where somebody said to me, that's all very well, you've got treats in a ball, but how do you get rid of them? You know what I mean? So I just literally ditched the treats in a ball, went off down the field with the intention of just doing some obedience for Sally with no reward, you know, like external material reward. The video is about 8 minutes of obedience compressed into 4 minutes. It could be a bit longer, I can't remember what I sped it up to. And it's kind of evidence that you can train it this way and get a good picture and get good obedience and, you know, long duration, distraction, all that kind of shit. Okay? So there we go. No ball, no treats. Within my pocket I have shit bags which I'll put by that. See?
Nothing, no.
Nothing.
No, let me see. Let me see. Nothing.
The truth does not require your belief. The truth is real. You can beat it on the ground, you can rip it apart, you can look inside it. Nobody needs to guard the truth from inspection. Nobody needs to tell you that, you know, you can't look behind the stage. And so my motivation is to try to, number one, bring people to the realization that the spiritual path, if you want to think of it that way, that is a real thing, and it will carry you to the real thing. All spiritual disciplines that I know, except for psychedelics, put a great deal of emphasis on putting the pedal to the metal. Push, 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 you know, meditate, make offerings, do mantrayana, do pranayama, do puja, push, push, push. With psychedelics, suddenly there's a very deep interest in, and where are the brakes? You see? You're no longer pushing. Once you get to the psychedelics, seeking is an attitude which ill becomes you. You have found it. You have found it. Now, what in the hell are you going to do with it? And this is a great dilemma for anyone who goes into this. I mean, I am, as I see myself, I'm a preacher in the marketplace. But I know, and I'm sure most of you know, that I could walk out of here, you could walk out of here, and you could go as far as your courage would carry you. There is no barrier. There are no more barriers. You can go as far as your fucking courage will carry you. And at that point, you have to ask the question, you know, do I want to be the mad monk of Cold Mountain? Do I want the villagers down in the valley to say, oh yes, we see him occasionally up in the mist, naked, flying with the eagles, because you can be that person. You know, you don't have to go back to your job as ad exec, stockbroker, or whatever it is. And so we stand on the edge of being able to leave history. We can leave it. You know, we tend to forget, because our lives are so brief, that what we call the psychedelic experience is very, very new on the plate of Western occultism and science. I mean, hashish did not make great inroads into medieval Europe. That all came later in the 18th and 19th century. Chloroform, ether, these things don't cut it. Mescaline was synthesized for the first time in 1888. These things had to compete with many other interesting areas of scientific exploration in the 20th century. We have not come to terms with what they mean and what they are. And it's a curious area because the counterculture, whatever that may mean, knows a great deal more about this than science. I mean, science does not explore this area because it senses enormous danger for its ontological machinery. It probably couldn't survive the encounter, and therefore it's just said, well, it's psychology, it's marginal, it's fleeting, it's non-irreproducible.